Hi, I'm Mark from Mark Fisher Fitness, and I'm here with Amy and Sheena, and today we're going to be bringing you through our Mark Fisher Fitness Intermediate at-home workout. So if you're someone who already is active, but you're not looking for a rock'em sock'em workout that's going to completely wreck you, this is a great opportunity to have a workout that's going to get you moving, burn some calories to get you feeling good if you can't make it all the way to the gym or all the way to Enchanted Ninja Clubhouse of Glory and Dreams if you currently work out at Mark Fisher Fitness. So without further ado, let us begin. Ladies, I'll ask you to get in position here, and we're going to start with something called pogo jumps. Nice and easy. Pogo jumps, you can think of like doing jump rope without the rope, which if you have my non-existent level of athletic ability is the best way to jump rope. So as you're doing this, just kind of checking in with what's going on with the body, right? You can feel free to make sure the shoulders are loose, you're not gripping here, right? Most people sometimes will bring the chin up here, so make sure the chin is down. Just getting the blood flowing. You got 5 more seconds here. And we're into rock backs. We're facing the wall here. So coming down onto our knees here. And the knees are gonna be a little bit outside, hip width apart. And we're just kind of gently, I like to think of this as playing a game of catch with my hips and my shoulders. So my weight's in my hands and in my hips. Nice and easy, almost like a squat pad. Then from here, Spider-Man lunges. So I'm just gonna come up to a plank and bring one foot forward. Get a nice breath here and squeeze the glute of that back leg so we get a nice stretch of that back hip and through the inner thigh and the hamstring of the front leg. To transition, just take a moment in a plank. And as I'm doing that, notice you've really got to get that front foot forward, right? So ideally, that front foot is flat, in line with the hands, but a little bit off to the side. So you want to think of that front foot as going that way, not directly in front of you. So if I can demo this from the front, I'm not looking for this, I'm looking for this. So that back leg's right behind me, this foot is off to the side. Glute bridges, feet towards the wall. From here, I'm gonna raise those hips on up and squeeze the glutes. Glutes are important for health and for hotness. They're great to make you look good, they're great to make you feel good, they're great to make you feel good in other people's hands. As you're doing this, make sure the ribs are staying down and think of really scooping your butt underneath you. I like to put my hands on my butt in general, but particularly while I'm doing glute bridges to see what's going on. Then we're on to bear crawls. So the preferred position here for bear crawls is chin up. Think about like a baby. You can bear crawl in different angles. You can also meow, which would be a particularly strong choice. That's really weird. Good job. Let's do some jumping jacks. Coming up and standing. So putting the sprinkles on our Sunday here. Nice and easy. I was really surprised we went to a cat place here. That was exciting. I didn't know that was gonna happen. Good, 20 seconds here, nice and easy. Make sure you're getting nice and warm. You got 15 seconds here. 10 seconds, almost there. We're gonna get a little break and then prepare ourselves for the adventures to come. Almost there, feeling so good. And you may breathe at 30 seconds here. All right, so coming on up, we have jump squats. Actually, it's a squat with a jump. If you don't feel comfortable jumping, that's perfectly fine. But ideally, we're gonna get a little bit of enough power, we leave the ground and land softly. Then we're gonna do push-ups, little chestnuts, followed by alternating reverse lunges. So we're doing lunges, one leg followed by the other. We're gonna do that 2 times through. We got 5 seconds, facing the front of the room for jump squats. And off you are. Now I like to put my hands behind my head, and this variation would be called a prisoner squat. Now as you're doing this, it's very important. As you're landing, you wanna land softly. It's okay to get height, we just don't wanna do it at the expense of landing softly. So if you feel good, and you really wanna get up there, totally cool, just make sure you're never doing it at the expense of landing hard, because over time, your knees will not be stoked with you. And 5 seconds into push-ups. Take your time, head towards the wall, and off we go. Now, as we do these push-ups, it's very important to finish through the shoulder blades. It's kind of a weird thing. I want to show you what I mean by that. Finish through the shoulder blades. Oftentimes when I see people do push-ups, They'll be pretty good, but they'll kind of stop there without that last range of motion. So you notice, ideally, we want to slightly dome out the rib cage. We want those shoulder blades really to spread. That's real important for a good push-up. 5 seconds, coming up to standing. On deck, we'll be alternating reverse lunges. Off we are. So as you're doing this, I want to be really mindful, really feel what's going on with that front foot, right? Can you control that big toe, that little toe, and that heel, right? I'm pushing that floor away. I'm pushing that floor away. 8 more seconds. Almost there. Nice and easy. And breathe. We got 30 seconds. We got 30 seconds. We're doing one more ring around the rosy. It is very warm here today in our studio. Also, we have a lot of passion and really good attitudes, so there's that as well. So we're doing this all again one more time. I want you to be really mindful this time on those jump squats, particularly now that we're getting a little bit fatigued. I want to be really mindful of knee positioning here. Your joints are happiest in a neutral position. If I'm in this position here, although that's kind of a cool move, it's not actually what we're looking for. That's what we want. Let's begin. Off we are. And you can play with different arm positions here, right? So it'd be totally cool if you want to reach forward at the bottom, right? Thank God, I'm glad, Amy. A lot of people are going to find actually for a squat, and if you did the beginner video, you'll remember this, that this actually allows you to counterbalance a little bit better, whereas this tends to force a lot of people to crank on that low spine. So if you like the arms forward, you're a good person, that's cool. And breathe into push-ups. Thank goodness, onto the ground here. Now think about doming out, here we go. As we do this, ideally, remember, this is a plank that moves. So I should have some glutes, I should have some abs, and remember to keep the neck in a good position. A very common push-up technical flaw is reaching forward like a turtle or a chicken. Ideally, keep the ears over the shoulder so the spine is lined up. Your neck is, in fact, part of your spine. And 5 seconds, reverse lunges. We're gonna face the wall for this one because we're getting crazy and we're spicing up our life. Here we go. Arms here, kind of wherever you want. I think a natural opposition is a nice life choice. And ideally that back knee is almost touching, but not quite. Another common thing I'll see with reverse lunges is if we don't have enough strength yet, we won't be getting quite down as far as we could. And ideally, although we don't want to touch, if you have knee hair, you want your knee hair to touch the ground without the skin touching the ground. You got 30. Now we're moving on to some abs, some glutes and abs. So on deck here, we got about 23 seconds, and we're going into an exercise called mountain climbers. Now mountain climbers, are really just like an elbow extended plank. The only thing is, under control, I'm gonna move one leg at a time. That might be a little bit different from mountain climbers you maybe have done in the past that aren't wrong, but are a little bit more wild, a little bit more ballistic. I like to do these under control. I think they're better for your spine and your core engagement. Here we go. Now ideally, the knee just about touches the ground. Oftentimes you'll have a tendency to bring your butt up, and that's not really what we're looking for here. So the knee should be close to the earth, and if you feel good, and you can move without the spine moving, there's nothing wrong with going at some speed, but we don't want to do that until we're absolutely sure we're able to do that while keeping control of a stable pelvis and a stable hips. 3 seconds, and then we glute bridge, and onto our backs, raising the hips on up. Always a great opportunity to make sure the glutes are working. For many people, the glutes begin to get what scientists call, this is a real thing, gluteal amnesia. You guys, that's a real thing. Like that's a thing, that's a science thing. So as you're doing this, wake your glutes up. When we sit all day on our butts, the glutes for a lot of us stop working, and that is a shame. Glutes are the key to health and hotness. Plank it out. So we're into a plank, head towards the wall, and now see if you can bring that glute engagement into this plank. Hello, glutes. Good morning. Now in this position here, it's another opportunity. Make sure we're not collapsed through the shoulders. Press the ground away and keep the shoulders down, but spread the rib cage. That's the hard part here. You got 5 seconds here. Make sure the glutes are on. Good, now get tighter and breathe. You got 20 seconds. We're doing that all again. Now is a great time to have a sip of water or a protein shake. Woo! 10 seconds to prepare yourself. In the real world, I actually like longer rest periods, but we don't have time. We got stuff to do. Mountain climbers, off we go. Here we are. When you're doing a short workout like this, it's really important to make sure you're being effective with your time. And you'll notice that's why most of these exercises are really requiring the whole body to work all at once. A very common mistake is people focus on just one isolated muscle because maybe they want to burn fat in the area around the muscle. And that makes perfect sense. But the best way really to burn fat is use as many muscles as possible and get as much activity in as little amount of time as possible. Glute bridges onto our backs. And one more opportunity to raise hell with your buttocks. Tell it to wake up and undo the sleepiness. Now, if you find yourself in a position in life where you're able to do glute bridges several times a day, you should totally do that. And if that's weird for your job, you should definitely quit your job. Just get another job. Come work with me. Planks, spin it around. Here we are. Now again, bring your glutes into this. Bring your glutes into this. If you want to have extra fun with your plank, go ahead and try this for me. Exhale completely. You'll find as soon as you get all that air out and try to draw down that rib cage, you're going to feel muscles inside your abs. Your inner core muscles are going to turn on. It's going to be awesome for your health and your hotness. And breathe. Ladies, you got 20 seconds here. All right, so we are close, friends. Got one more adventure here all the way through. We're going to be starting off with push-ups. You got about 10 seconds. Prepare yourself. This is it. It's all she wrote. You got like 3 minutes left. I have no idea. It might be 4, it might be 2, but it's going to be great. This is 3, 2, off we go into the push-ups. Now here is where if you feel great, you can just start driving that ground away and moving like a piston. Make sure you keep good positions. But that's always a way of making an exercise or a workout harder. Always keep good positions, but if you just go quicker and do more reps, you're gonna get more work done in less time. Conversely, if you find you're not feeling great on a certain day, or you know that you don't own the technique, a really great thing to do is slow down and really control the movement. It's gonna help you get more stable over time. 5-second transition, come into standing. Squats, and begin, off we are. So these are not jumped. If you want to add jumps, you may. And if you want to add jumps, I would suggest that might mean you're ready to check out our advanced workout. Be warned, that is not for the faint of heart. 20 seconds here. Once again, if you're feeling good, you can add some speed here. Make sure you're going as low as you can while keeping the spine neutral without tucking under, right? So we don't want to get down to there where the spine rounds, but do use a full range of motion. One more rep and breathe. Planks in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Final combo. Got planks followed by straight leg sit-ups. Really getting those abs. Think about where is the neck position. Really pushing the earth away with the rib cage and getting nice exhales as you engage your glutes and your abs. We got 10 seconds here. Almost there. This is 3, 2, 1, and straight leg sit-ups. Feet towards the wall. And from here, when you're doing straight leg sit-ups, remember, you want to throw the arms as much as you need, but as little as you need. So if you don't need a lot, that's cool, right? And remember, this is where all the good stuff is that position there. Be careful you don't find yourself alternating between sitting and lying. Perfectly fine, you're just not really gonna get a lot of value out of that, right? It's really all that time between probably about like 35 degrees and about 85 degrees. Math! That's gonna be most useful and get the most ab engagement. 3 seconds, and coming up to standing, reverse burpees. Towards the back of our mat, you got 3 seconds. And let's bring her home, here we are. So we're squatting down, hands on the mat, walk ourselves out. Nice and easy here. Now, if you have a good push-up, you can give me a push-up. And you can even add a jump, right? So I'll leave that up to you based on how you're feeling. If you're getting to the end of this workout and you're feeling like, oh man, I really wish I could have gone a little bit harder, totally cool. I want you for this next workout to go and do the advanced workout we have available for you. On the other hand, if you're finding you're not feeling great, if you're finding you're doing a little bit what I like to call the blood farts, then you want to pause and go back to the beginner workout and focus on that. I'm sorry I said blood farts. And we're done, we've done it. I want to thank my friends, Amy and Sheena, for coming in, doing this fun workout with me. Again, based on how that workout went for you, I want you to consider the next time you do one of these at-home workouts, maybe you want to progress up to the advanced, maybe you want to spend some time with the beginner. As always, if you have any questions about these workouts or about Mark Fisher Fitness, you can email us anytime at membership@markfisherfitness.com. And if you like these at-home workouts but don't live near New York City, don't forget to check out mybroadwaybody.com, the online home of Mark Fisher Fitness. You guys are awesome. Have a great day. I demand of you, have a good day. You don't have to, but I'd like you to. It's up to you. It's your call, really.